Unfortunately, summer is coming to an end before you know it, and everyone's number one question is, how do I get rid of my pigmentation? Now, this can be a very tricky answer because there are different types of pigmentation that respond differently to different types of treatments. Now, I could do a 30-part video series on pigmentation and what causes it, how it forms, but today we're going to keep it simple by talking about sun damage and melasma. Now, sun damage is caused by direct UV exposure. That is why it is called sun damage. Now, sun damage spots are usually more well-defined brown spots. They're usually spread further apart. They can happen anywhere on the face, the neck, the chest, shoulders, hands, pretty much anywhere on the body you can develop sun damage. It's usually more confined to the epidermal or the outer layers of the skin. That's why they're usually more well-defined and concentrated. Now, sun damage is very easily treated with things like IPLs, CO2 lasers, chemical peels, topical treatments like hydroquinone, retinol, and they're very, very well responsive to these kind of treatments. On the other hand, we have melasma, which you have to be very, very careful with because melasma is not only caused by UV damage, but it can also be caused by heat in general. So even if you're under an umbrella with your sunglasses and your sunscreen and your hat, even just being in that heat for a long period of time can trigger those melanocytes to produce that overproduction of melanin and cause that melasma. It can also be caused by hormonal imbalances and a ton of other things. Melasma is usually more common in women. It usually has a more patchy appearance, located more confined to the cheeks and the forehead. It's normally more clustered together. Now, there is a difference between epidermal and dermal melasma. So dermal melasma are usually those lighter kind of patchy areas. Epidermal melasma can look a lot like sun damage, where it's more well-defined patches of pigmentation in that outer layer of skin. So it's very important to differentiate these because you also treat those very different ways. Epidermal melasma can be treated with certain lasers like the cool peel, mild chemical peels, topical treatment, combination treatment between topicals and laser treatments are usually the best option. Whereas that dermal melasma you have to be very careful with because any kind of heat-based device or any kind of laser that gets too much heat energy into the tissue can trigger those melanocytes to produce more melanin and make your melasma worse. So it's very important when you go to a provider for your pigmentation that they know how to differentiate these different types of pigmentation and whether you have a combination of some of them. That way they can appropriately treat your condition without increasing your risk of side effects. So if you're interested in how to get rid of your pigmentation, schedule a consultation with BeautyFX. We will get you a facial scan, we will evaluate your type of melasma and set out a treatment plan that's going to fix you right up. Hope you have a great day.